Good morning, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of the Chris team, Jovana, Nelia, and Mike, I welcome you all for a day of celebration and reflection on our center turning 50. 1969-2019, and in the words of the great Sovietologist Yogi Berra, deja vu all over again. It looks that not much changed in the last 50 years. We are still busy studying authoritarian regimes, dysfunctional societies and economies, just 1969 on steroids. But when it comes to our center, certainly this is not the case. The center, as you all know, came rather late to the national scene. Columbia and Harvard were already 20-something years functioning. Berkeley and Michigan were already 10, 12 years older. And indeed, in 1969, when the center was established, it was the height of the Cold War, but quite interestingly, from the get-go, the center avoided political undertones, partisanship, and dedicated its mission to deep interdisciplinary studies of these vast territories and populations between Kamchatka and Warsaw and Berlin, between the White and the Black Sea, and he did it so quite successfully. He did it on two ways. On the one hand, reaching out to the public by constant series of workshops, conferences, public lectures, and internally by training hundreds of MA students. To date, at the end of this year, it will be 230 MA students, preparing them for careers in academia, government, military, public, and private sector. To be frank, this is not surprising, this character of the institution, as we will learn about it shortly, and it had a lot to do with personalities and geography. In terms of personalities, we'll talk today about some of the founding fathers, especially Wayne Vucinich and Alexander Dalin, both immigrants to this country, both people who came from different cultures and throughout their personal and professional lives constantly bridged diverse cultures, institutions, and disciplines. On the other hand, also the geography, sandwiched between the hippies at the Hoover and the neocons in Berkeley. You learn to be moderate, to collaborate, and work with other institutions. And we can say that, as we also will hear about it today, our center learned to do it successfully and get the best from both neighbors on right and left and right, and we continue to do so indeed. And finally, the center in its 50 years learned to adjust. We never froze, we never stagnated. We learned today, we'll look today how the center reformed itself, reformed its master program, reformed its mandate, expanding to Central Asia and Eurasia, and also learning the hard way nowadays to navigate the political and financial landscape of the present time and looking to the future with some optimism.